Hey, all, this is Father Alex, and we're going to do another short interview with a new member of our team here. So, what is your full name?
Scott Jude Beslin.
Okay. And now, Scott, what do you go by?
Most people call me Doc,
Mhm.
D-O-C. Nothing to do with a degree, actually. I've been called that since I was a young child, and it just somehow stuck. So I answer more to Doc than I think I do by my first name.
By Scott. Now, you said, do you have a specialized degree?
I do. I've been blessed with a doctorate in mathematics, and I've been teaching mathematics for the past 33 years at Nichols.
That's a good number of years.
It's a good number of years.
Where are you from?
I'm originally from St. Martin Parish, in particular St. Martinville, and but most of my life I've been here in Thibodaux.
Now, pardon my ignorance, where is St. Martinville at?
St. Martinville is, I want to say, southeast of Lafayette, but fairly close to Lafayette.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So in real Cajun country.
Real Cajun country.
Absolutely. You hear that, Bryce? Father Bryce? I said it was a real Cajun country. Now, how did you get here?
Actually, I came to teach mathematics at Nichols.
Mm-hmm.
That's was the motivation for my coming to Thibodaux, and I've been very happy at Nichols. The first year, I can remember my first year very well. Being very pleased with Nichols, the interaction with the students. It was all very rewarding, and I've been here ever since.
So you drank the bayou water and then you never left again?
I drink the bayou water and never left again. Absolutely.
Okay. Now, how did you get here to Christ the Redeemer?
Well, here I entered my first semester in seminary at Notre Dame was this past spring, and the summer assignment was given to me here, I guess by Father Mitch, I would say probably as director of vocations. He thought this would be a good place for me this summer, and so here I am.
I totally agree that this is a great place for you to be. What's your favorite color?
Green.
What's your favorite food?
Okay, and among all the trash that I eat, candy and everything else, probably ice cream.
Ice cream, okay. That is a good favorite food. What's your favorite flavor?
Vanilla.
Vanilla? Okay. I like vanilla too. What's your favorite sports team?
That's hard. Now, I guess I better say the Saints,
okay.
For one thing, especially if any of my colleagues at Notre Dame Seminary are seeing this. I better say, because that's in New Orleans, I better say the Saints.
Okay.
But I tell you, if I don't watch TV all that much, but if I were to watch a sport on TV, it probably would be tennis anyhow.
So who's your favorite tennis pro?
Now, I've had a feeling you were going to ask me that. And the current ones, I don't know because I haven't watched them in so long.
Okay, yeah.
But so here I'm remembering the days of Pete Sampras and Andre Agassi, and who probably are not playing anymore. But those are the figures I remember the best. And I just haven't been able to watch tennis or any other thing in a very long time. For one thing, I didn't have television at the house where I live.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was.
You see, y'all, you can live without television. I haven't had television since I went to the seminary.
No.
There are some times when people are like, I'm really tired of this commercial, and all I can say to them is, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, same.
I haven't had to watch that commercial.
The younger kids at seminary talk about some things going on TV, and I have no idea what they're talking about.
What's your favorite thing about Louisiana culture?
Oh gosh, that's one I'd have to think about. I think just the people. I know a lot of people say food and maybe some of the drinks, the particular drinks that they have here. But I think just the people, the welcoming attitude of the people, and I mean, heck, you can be talking to someone from Louisiana and you just they're so welcoming and open to everything. You just all of a sudden you're telling your whole life story to this person, where that may not be true elsewhere in the country. So I think just the people.
When Bishop Fobb was first moving to this diocese, he met with all of the priests, and in small groups, and he met with I can't remember where I was. I was either a transitional deacon or about to be ordained a deacon. And he asked me what was the best part of our diocese, and that's what I said was the people. What's your favorite drink?
Coffee.
Coffee.
I don't even know why I had to think about that.
and black coffee, right?
Black coffee. And
Straight
Father,
coffee.
you know.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
because I'm drinking you out of house.
Yeah. Who's your favorite saint?
I think Ignatius of Loyola.
Good answer. Any particular reason?
Well, for one, Ignatius is my confirmation name.
Okay.
But now being older, just the the examen prayer and all of his writings on the I can't think of the name of it now, but the discernment of spirits, and yes, I think it's
I drew a
some
blank
of my
right when you
favorite
said that.
reading.
Like I know all the major works of Ignatius. If Scott stumbles, I'm going to draw a blank, and that's what happened. What's your favorite movie, TV show, book, play?
Now, TV show, gosh, that's of course, as I was indicating, I haven't seen TV in a long time. So when I name this TV show, it'll be from the past, and probably way in the past. But I used to enjoy things like Columbo because I like mystery stories. So I used to really enjoy that, and I suspect some of the younger folk may not even know who I'm talking
But
about.
not know what they're missing.
Columbo.
I'm sure Columbo is still on TV. If you have a big enough TV package, I'm sure you can find him.
Maybe so.
What's your favorite pizza topping?
Now, pizza, I don't eat at all, simply because I don't know if it's an allergy to cheese, but in the times that I've eaten cheese, it gives me there's a violent reaction in my stomach somehow. So
it's not pleasant.
I just avoid it.
So your favorite pizza topping is no pizza?
No pizza.
No pizza, okay. What's your favorite hymn?
Praise to the Lord, the Almighty, the King. I always did like that, even as a child.
Every week I review our bulletin before we send it to print. And we send it to print like a week early. And it's hard for me to read the bulletin and try and proofread the page with the hymns on it without singing them in my head. And believe it or not, I've actually caught mistakes in either my memorized version of the hymn or what we have in print, because I'm saying, no, that's not right. And then you look it up on Google, and Google tells you what the right thing is. What's your favorite subject in school?
Well, I shouldn't think about this, but then I had to a little while. Probably mathematics, since I've taught it. But to tell you the truth, I also enjoyed English.
Good.
Yeah.
That'll serve you well. What was your favorite zoo animal?
Oh, I think the hyena. Because I tend to laugh a lot.
You've been to a zoo with a hyena?
I have seen a hyena.
Okay.
Yes. Now, a long time ago.
I don't think I've ever seen
as a young
obviously
kid,
I've seen hyenas on television, but I've never seen.
There was one, I think that was in New Orleans. I was young. I was very young, but I remember it. Yeah.
The New Orleans Zoo has gone through a lot of transformations. One of the best parts about our local area is that we have a nature society that's so willing and so capable of reinventing itself and keeping things fresh and interesting. Okay, so you can say, I'm about to ask you what your favorite holiday is. I want you to feel like you have freedom to not have to say Easter or Christmas.
Okay.
Like what's your favorite holiday?
Oh, I haven't thought about that in a long time. Oh. Well, despite you're saying that I didn't have to say it, I think it's probably Easter.
Easter, okay.
Because, and that stems again from childhood, because even as a child, right, and I think most children look forward to Christmas. I always looked forward to Easter because I like chocolate and candy and stuff, right? So it was always my favorite holiday as a child, and then of course, as an adult now, there's just something about the resurrection, right? Yes. So it's remained, I think, my favorite holiday.
The beautiful thing about that is you fell in love with it for one reason when
Yes.
you were young and naive and immature. And then you'd think that the logical consequence of that is that whenever the thing you fell in love with you realize is really not that important, you think you would not love it anymore. But instead, the desire matured as you understand the reason for the season.
Right. Beautiful.
What's one of your bucket list items?
Well, right, as I sit here, to attain priesthood.
That's fair.
Hopefully that'll come to fruition.
Mm-hmm. Can you juggle?
Not at all.
No.
Not even one thing.
I mean, I'm sure all of us are to a certain degree capable of juggling life. But when it comes to juggling physical objects, no. What makes you angry? And it can be real deep. It can be real surface level.
I tell you, it's by God's grace, I'm not prone to anger too much. It's something I don't really suffer from, and thank God. But I don't find myself an angry person at all, because I'm not sure I could answer that very well, simply because I'm not angry very often.
And if that's your personality, that's your personality. What is your best quality?
Maybe patience. I would like to say I think I'm a patient person, and I can listen to people and just be humble. But I think patience, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm a patient person.
What do you think is your worst quality?
That's hard because it's so introspective, Well, I tell you, I'll confess something with regard to that question. My worst quality is, hopefully this doesn't sound too deep, being called to prayer many times and not responding to it. So it's frankly, it's something I've had to confess in the sacrament of confession quite often.
And it's not necessarily something other people would see, but it's something that wears on you. And again, it's probably not the worst thing in the world. But, if this is something that's important to you, it becomes that much more worse. I think it was just a silly example, but like if you really like it when people park in the lines, and this is stupid. I understand that. I know it's a bad example, but like you trying to park next to somebody else and they're over the line, it drives you nuts. And then, but when it's you and you realize I can't do it.
Yes.
What is the furthest you've been away from home?
I've not been out of the United States. I want to say perhaps California.
California? Okay.
Yes.
That's pretty far.
It was for a math conference, in fact.
I'm sure that was... the way these conference things go is either it's super entertaining and informational and interesting, or they're super boring. There was very little in between. And you go to these things, and sometimes it's just an opportunity to meet all the people you haven't seen since the last time you got together.
And I believe that's what this was. Yeah. Yes, I don't remember the conference being particularly enlightening.
I mean, I could imagine like an astronomy conference, like, hey, we've discovered a new star. It's not like you go to the math conference and, hey, we discovered a new number. That's not happened, right?
We got to the conference and most of the people said, okay, when do we eat? Okay, so it was that kind of thing.
They didn't make you solve a proof to get your room number, did they? No? Okay. What song would you sing at karaoke night?
Oh, my. Pardon me, miss.
Pardon me, miss. Now, what you got to know is there's a secret acceptable answer in I don't really sing, and I would just watch other people do it.
I could sing that one because it's short.
Yeah.
I don't have the best of voices, that's for sure. But it's a short one.
I would watch other people sing. How many pillows do you sleep with at night?
Two.
Two. On a scale of 1 to 10, how funny are you?
Boy, I don't know how other people would react to that. I think I can enjoy humor, a good joke.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure about how I come across, but
That's a great answer.
I certainly like humor and I love to laugh.
Mm-hmm.
So, if that's a peripheral answer anyhow.
That's a perfect answer. I consider myself to be a 10 out of 10, but I know that everybody else perceives me maybe as a 4 or a 7, somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say there is, I know I don't sound as funny as I think I am in my head. What was the last book that you read?
Well, that's probably one from from being in seminary this past semester. So they'll either come across as good or that's what you're reading. Selected works of Aristotle.
Yeah, well, that is the nature of being in school.
And that was hard reading.
Okay, are you a Star Wars fan or a Star Trek fan?
I have not seen the Star Wars movie.
Okay.
And Star Trek it was something my brother was into, but I never did see it. I just wasn't into, I guess, any of that, or never really had the opportunity, I guess, to see it.
Do you cook?
You would not want to eat anything that I put on the stove. So no.
Not everybody has every skill.
Stuff.
What job would you be terrible at?
I think probably if it's a job that would cause too much isolation, maybe just, and no offense to bookkeepers, y'all do a great job, but I'm not sure that I could do that.
Okay.
Just accounting for numbers and that type of thing.
If you had
to be more active, kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you had a time machine, what year would you travel to?
Ooh. Maybe during when, just off the cuff, maybe when St. Thomas Aquinas was alive. I'm not sure exactly when that was now, but just to be living, around the same place that where he was living, just to hear some of that wisdom come from his mouth and to read the writings as they were being written, I think I would probably enjoy that.
Who would play you in a movie of your life? It can be anybody from any generation.
I've been told, so I'm going to answer that, by the way, what some people have told me.
Okay, that's fine.
And I honestly don't know if this is a good or bad thing. A fella named Adam Sandler. I don't know why, but I don't know if it's from a physical appearance or just from the way I act, but that's what I've been told, Father.
I would really enjoy to see that movie. What one item would you save from a burning house?
Probably the very few photographs that I have of my parents. Mm-hmm. Just what comes to mind immediately.
What makes you laugh?
I can laugh at a lot of things. What makes me laugh in particular? I think just a lot of the interactions I have with the students at St. Thomas, and some of the ways they strike me on the face and stuff. Not hard, but just some of the ways they greet me. That just automatically makes me laugh. So I think it's a lot of the interaction I have with the students over there at the church on campus.
How do you feel about roller coasters?
I love them.
Roller coasters.
I used to love Astro World, and then I went online one day and said, "Oh, it's not even there anymore." No. I love roller coasters.
How do you recharge on your time off?
Probably reading a good book.
What was the last concert you attended?
Oh my goodness. That was probably in college many years ago. I want to say the 1980s. And it was a Kansas concert. And I think that's the last concert I've been to.
I have a confession to make. I had an opportunity when I did IPF in 2010 to go to the Mutual of Omaha 4th of July Festival at some major park in Omaha. I can't remember where it was. And Kansas was playing.
Oh, goodness. Yeah.
And Styx was playing. And then some third band that was also equally famous. And I decided I wouldn't go because the park looked a little small and I didn't recognize any of the names. And then I got home that evening and plugged them into my Pandora, and I went, I should have gone to this.
Oh, goodness.
This is all this music I love, but I didn't recognize any of the names because I only knew the music. I'm
surprised you can remember Kansas.
I remember Kansas songs that have played on the radio.
Yeah. Okay.
That's my musical knowledge is what I've heard elsewhere, not things I bought CDs of or certainly not discs. We're going to play a game called This or That. All you do is I'm going to give you two categories and you pick which one you like more than the other.
Okay.
If you don't like either of them, you can substitute a third category, but it's got to be a one word or a phrase. Okay? So it goes like this. This or that. Cold or hot weather?
Cold.
Cold. Beach or mountains?
Mountains.
Hamburgers or hot dogs?
Hamburgers.
Batman or Superman?
Superman.
Text or call?
Text.
Bath or shower?
Bath.
Hunting or fishing?
Tennis.
Good answer. Book or movie?
Book.
Chocolate or vanilla?
Vanilla.
Yeah, we knew the answer to that one already. Salty or sweet?
Sweet.
We knew the answer to that one already too. Early bird or night owl?
Night owl.
Online shopping or in-person shopping?
In person.
In person. Go out or stay home?
A little bit of both.
Yeah, good answer. That means no matter what's on your calendar, you'll be able to enjoy it. Small town or big city?
Small town.
Well, good news. That's all we have in the Diocese of Houma-Tipton. These are bigger questions. What do you think it will be like in heaven?
I don't know that I can answer that. I think I could answer it better by saying what it won't be like.
Okay.
For example, we won't be having pandemics up there.
That's a very timely answer.
Yeah, I think is it 1 Corinthians maybe, that eye has not seen, ear has not heard what God has prepared. So I'm just going to leave it as a mystery and leave it in God's hands and just know that it's going to be something remarkable.
Excellent answer. What question would you ask Jesus if you were standing before him?
Lord, have I loved you?
What is one thing people should know about Catholicism that you think they don't know?
How really wonderful it is to go to partake in the sacrament of reconciliation, and that if you haven't been in a while, it's really worth participating in that sacrament, and I recommend it. It's one of my favorite things.
Fantastic. Thank you for being here with us this summer. Thank you for sitting through all this interview and all my weird and awkward questions.
I enjoyed it.
Thank you guys, and you all have a wonderful day.
Thank you.